used to write music. I used to go to the studio with her. Me and my sister sit on the couch while she records songs and stuff. I think I've been to one of her shows before though, but I think I wrote my first song when I was in like 2nd, 3rd grade.
This is Kentrell Deshaun Golden. You probably know him as NBA YoungBoy or YoungBoy Never Broke Again. 3 years ago, he was sleeping on floors, dodging bullets in Baton Rouge. Today, he's worth $6 million and has more YouTube views than Drake, Eminem, and Kanye West combined. But here's what the music industry doesn't want you to know. YoungBoy didn't just break the rules, he completely rewrote them. And in the process, he exposed a dirty secret that's been hiding in plain sight for decades. This is the story of how a teenager from the most dangerous city in America became the most streamed artist on the planet, without a single radio hit.
It won't go any further. Right in the car on the back of the curb. If I beat it a foot, man, I might as well go.
I have a dream to chase. Well, I'm chasing the dream. I want to rap.
But the tables done changed. Look who got more now. And I ain't do nothing but stay the same. I love my scars. When they talk about my scars, I don't say shit. Bitch, go get you 3 tiger stripes.
Baton Rouge, Louisiana, 2016. If you're born here, the statistics are against you. It's the murder capital of America. Poverty rate, 26%. High school graduation rate, 69%. For most kids, there are 3 ways out: sports, military, or prison. Kentrell Golden chooses a 4th option: music. But this isn't your typical rags to riches story, because Kentrell isn't just fighting poverty. He's fighting a music industry that's rigged against artists like him. See, for decades, the music business has been dominated by 3 companies: Universal, Sony, and Warner. They control radio, they control streaming playlists, they decide who gets heard and who gets buried. If you're not signed to one of their labels, you don't exist. But Kentrell doesn't know the rules. And sometimes, ignorance is power. 2015. Kentrell is 16 years old, broke, and desperate. He can't afford studio time, so he records his first songs on his phone. The quality is terrible. The production is amateur. Any A&R executive would laugh him out of the room. But Kentrell uploads them to YouTube anyway, and something extraordinary happens. Nothing. For months, his videos get maybe 100 views each. His friends think he's wasting his time. His family thinks he's delusional, but Kentrell keeps uploading. 1 song every few days. Raw, emotional, unfiltered music about his life, his struggles, his pain. And slowly, something starts to shift. 2017. A video called 38 Baby hits 1 million views. Then 5 million, then 10 million.
Everybody under the skies, man, they scheming. These hoes will set you up, tell you they love you, they don't mean it.
Kentrell hasn't spent $1 on promotion. He doesn't have a publicist, he doesn't have connections, but he has something more powerful: authenticity. While other rappers are talking about cars they don't own and jewelry they can't afford, Kentrell is talking about real pain, real struggle, real life, and the internet notices. Here's where the story gets interesting. The music industry is built on gatekeepers. Radio programmers decide what gets played, playlist curators decide what gets streamed, record executives decide who gets promoted, but YouTube doesn't have gatekeepers. YouTube has algorithms, and algorithms don't care about politics or payola or who you know. They care about one thing: engagement. Kentrell's music doesn't just get views, it gets comments. Thousands of them. His fans aren't just listening to his music, they're living it. They're sharing their own stories of struggle and survival. Every comment is a signal to YouTube's algorithm. This content matters, push it to more people. By 2018, Kentrell is getting 100 million views per month. His subscriber count is exploding. His songs are going viral organically without any industry support. And the music industry is terrified because Kentrell has proven something they've spent decades trying to hide. You don't need them anymore, but success comes with a price. Kentrell's legal troubles mount: arrests, court cases, house arrest. The mainstream media portrays him as just another troubled rapper, but his fans see something different. They see someone who's fighting the same battles they are, someone who refuses to change his story to fit industry expectations, and they stream his music like their lives depend on it. 2019, Kentrell releases AI YoungBoy 2. It debuts at #1 on the Billboard 200. No radio support, no major label push, just pure fan power. The industry is in shock. How do you compete with someone who doesn't play by your rules? The answer, you don't. You either evolve or you die. Today, NBA YoungBoy has over 10 billion YouTube views. His albums consistently debut in the top 5. He's one of the most streamed artists on every platform. But here's the real revolution. He's shown a generation of artists that they don't need permission to succeed. You don't need a record deal. You don't need radio play. You don't need industry connections. You just need authentic music and the internet. The traditional music industry spent decades building walls to keep independent artists out. But YoungBoy didn't try to break down the walls. He built his own house, and that house has become an empire. Critics call his music repetitive. They say he lacks mainstream appeal. They predict his career will be short-lived, but they're missing the point. YoungBoy isn't trying to appeal to critics or industry executives. He's speaking directly to his audience, and that audience is massive, loyal, and growing every day. In a world where authenticity is rare, YoungBoy Never Broke Again has built his entire brand on being himself, flaws and all. And in the process, he's proven that sometimes the best way to win the game is to refuse to play it. The rise of NBA YoungBoy isn't just a success story, it's a revolution, a blueprint for how artists can take control of their own destiny in the digital age, because when you're never broke again, you never have to compromise again.